My name is Patrick Noonan, and I live at 15 Beverly Avenue. I do want to thank the Board of Selectmen and the Town Administrator for putting this item on the agenda so soon. I also want to thank them for listening to our concerns in recent days. In particular, Jason Silva. He has endeavored to respond to everyone who has written or called to him. He has let us vent to him about this, and he's been professional and cordial the entire time. I also want to thank the neighbors that have come here tonight to voice their concerns, and I hope and I know that they will be heard in public comment. And there are many neighbors who could not attend for one reason or another, whether they're on vacation or elderly, but they've also expressed their concerns about this project. And like Jackie said, I trust that as angry as many of us are, we will keep this meeting civil and productive, recognizing the great service that our leaders provide to the town.
Good line.
It has been a long week. I'm sure for you, but for us as well. My neighbors and I were shocked and appalled Thursday night as word spread that the road construction in our neighborhood was substantially completed other than street sweeping. We learned that what had been done was known as chip sealing. Now, as anyone would do in 2019, we rushed to the internet to find out more about this. We learned that this is an application primarily used in rural areas in western states, and we learned of the negative consequences that some communities have experienced when it has been tried in a residential setting. Places like Nahant and Dedham, Westford and Pittsfield, and in other states and regions. I want to briefly describe this process for the audience, and I guess those on TV, in a non-technical way, if they may not be familiar. Hot tar is poured onto the street. Coarse 3/8 inch gravel chips are placed onto the tar. A roller presses the stones onto the tar, and a sweeper picks up any loose stones that did not stick to the tar. That's it. There's really only one fair way to describe the resulting surface: a gravel road.
Good line.
This is a quality of life issue for our neighborhood in several respects. First and foremost, the surface is not comparable to asphalt. It is rough, like a gravel road. It's not great for cars, but let me tell you, it's far worse for any other use of the street. Kids cannot play sports like basketball or street hockey. You cannot push a stroller or a wheelchair. Bike riding, scooter riding, skateboarding, all impacted if not precluded. Dogs will hate it, as I'm sure you will hear, and as some of you have experienced yourselves. We are a dense residential neighborhood of approximately 8 houses per acre. We depend upon our roads for things other than driving. Indeed, several of the streets in this neighborhood do not have sidewalks, or those that do have them, they are incomplete or in disrepair. I know the town has said that this is not the finished product, that street sweeping and traffic will compact the road to a surface like asphalt. I am deeply skeptical about this. That skepticism is based upon the stories that I've read, the literature on this process that I have reviewed, the experts that I have spoken with, and, quite frankly, just my own common sense. Passing cars are exponentially louder now. This is a known consequence of chip sealing, and as anyone who has ever been on a gravel road can tell you. Except instead of hearing occasional passing cars from a long distance, my living room window is mere feet from the edge of the road. It does not look like asphalt, with negative aesthetic consequences for the neighborhood. Loose stones have gotten everywhere, on shoes, dog paws, lawns and driveways. These stones then travel into our homes, onto our hardwood floors, into our harbor and our storm drains. I acknowledge sweeping will lessen this somewhat, but every summer, as I have read, the tar will soften and some stones will come loose again. Snow plowing this surface is a well-documented problem. I see 2 realistic outcomes when the first snow falls. 1, the plows will loosen the gravel, and it will end up in snowbanks and eventually our lawns, all the while degrading the street surface condition. Or 2, the plows will do a suboptimal job of snow removal on our streets, presenting a safety concern. And the cumulative effect of these and other quality of life concerns will affect our property values. It is undeniable that a prospective home buyer will see this as a drawback as compared to other homes where this has not been done. This has caused tremendous anxiety in me and in my neighbors. I cannot stop thinking about how this will impact how we can enjoy our home and how it may affect the investment we have made here. It's the last thing I think about at night and the first thing I think about when I wake up. I know that others feel the same. It's the last way I envisioned or wanted to be spending my final days of summer. I understand the rationale for adding surface treatments to prolong the life of our roads. We all want to save money, stretch the road maintenance budget, and keep taxes low. I am not insinuating that anything here was done maliciously. That said, we have serious questions about the process that led us to this situation. How we chose this particular road treatment for our dense residential streets. Why we selected our neighborhood for this treatment. How did we somehow miss the cautionary tales from other towns? Why we chose what appears to be the absolute lowest cost option instead of other methods at modest incremental cost that could have accomplished the same goals but without such negative consequences for residents. What did the vendor and town engineer tell our town leaders about this process? And what level of oversight and diligence did they exercise? Why was a demonstration project not done so we could see the results firsthand before it was done to our neighborhoods? Why did the notice lack any meaningful discussion of the drawbacks? And why did community feedback play no role in this process? There can and will be a time and place to address these questions and conduct a postmortem. But time is of the essence, and for now, I would like everyone's attention focused on next steps. Fall is coming, and with dropping temperatures, we risk losing the chance to act. My neighbors and I will not abide living with this situation until May of 2020. The one silver lining to come out of this for me has been the chance to meet more of my neighbors. We have knocked on doors, sent flyers, joined together on Facebook and email lists, and gathered in meetings at neighbors' homes. To a person, we are appalled at the condition of our streets. We demand action, and we are organized. And what we ask of you is what we have named our group: Restore Our Asphalt Roads. Thank you.
Thank you. Good standing ovation. 100 people.
Renee will be a campaign manager.